If you're looking to sell your structured settlement payment, it's important to understand that the company you choose matters a lot more than you might realize. It's not just about getting quick cash and who will give you the most, the fastest. It's important to actually have a company that cares about your best interests. My name is Rachel Goldstein. I'm a licensed attorney and I work in the legal and financial content field, helping clients understand how to choose the right company. A lot of people start with the biggest name that they know. What have they seen on TV or who have their friends told them about? While this makes sense, it's not always the best option. Recognizability and advertising doesn't necessarily mean a client-centered process and transparency. This matters because most people selling a structured settlement are not doing so casually. They're doing it because something urgent has come up. So the real question becomes not just who will buy my payments and who will give me money quickly, but which company helps me solve this immediate problem without hurting my future. One of the first things I would look at is the overall approach of the company. Are they selling urgency and panic and just trying to get you to get money quickly, or are they explaining the process and actually providing information for you? To start, I would look at the company's website. Let's start with a company like Strategic Capital. When you go to their website, you get a little bit more information. You can request a quote, of course. They want you to call them. They at least mention that a judge needs to approve the transaction and sign the order. And then they have some information down here, and they actually have a pretty extensive guide about, selling your structured settlement guide and some frequently asked questions. They have a lot of frequently asked questions, and the guide is incredibly extensive. So they are at least a little bit more focused on information as opposed to just getting your business. And of course, they want you to make phone calls too, and they want to get in touch with you. But it's a good sign typically when you're looking for a company that they want you to be informed. Then you can compare that to a company like J.G. Wentworth. For example, when you go to the J.G. Wentworth structured settlement page, they don't give you a whole lot of information. They give you the option to call them for a free evaluation. They explain that they've helped people get money. They provide a few short, frequently asked questions. But the only real option you have is to either call them or to press one of these buttons about how much money you need. So you click it, and it just takes you to another contact form. Again, there's no information whatsoever past this form. It's just another option for you to give them your information so they'll call you, or get you to call them for more information. Another important part of choosing a safe factoring company for structured settlements is understanding ownership of the companies that you're looking at. It's normal to try to get multiple quotes to see who's going to give you the best deal, but you need to know that certain companies are owned by other larger parent companies. If you don't know this, you're going to think that you're getting multiple different quotes from completely independent companies when that isn't really the case. Right here on J.G. Wentworth's website, you will see all of their family companies and essentially companies that they own. And listed are a bunch of them, including Peachtree Financial Solutions and Stone Street Capital, which are two other companies that often purchase structured settlements. And this is just really important to know because you don't want to think that you are getting different quotes from different companies without truly understanding that they all are at least somewhat operated by the same parent company. I would also look at whether a company explains that a structured settlement sale isn't a right necessarily. You have to actually be eligible to do this, and you have to get court approval to do this. So if a company is just telling you, hey, call us, we'll give you money really quickly, and doesn't say anything whatsoever about the fact that court approval is required, this is a potential sign that they're just not being as upfront about the process as they should be. Another thing to consider with Strategic Capital, when you go to their website and you go to their guide, you'll find that they offer what a lot of people consider white glove service. Their service is very personalized. It's not super pushy. It's not just focused on getting a sale. They really pride themselves on personal attention and respecting you and your time and attentive service and looking out for your best interests, and then ultimately giving you the best deal. Whether that means selling your structured settlement payment or not, this service really looks out for what's in your best interest, and that's a pretty big selling point for this company. So ultimately, before moving forward with a buyer, I would ask a few very direct questions. How do you explain your pricing? What happens during court approval? Do you encourage people to talk to a legal advisor before signing an agreement? If a company can't answer those questions clearly or seems more focused on you urgently choosing them as a buyer, it's something to take seriously, because in this space, the pressure to move fast can be overwhelming, and people are often in a bind when they come to these companies. While these companies, of course, are all out to make a profit, you still want to make sure that you choose one that actually cares about their clients.